You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. So, the last video was a little bit raunchy, so... Chapter 10. Chapter 110. Choice. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. Last time in the last video, it gave me 3 separate paths to go through, so I think that probably indicated a, you know, pretty substantive choice. Oh man, I will never get over how amazing the music is. But anyway, guys, let's jump right back into it, shall we? Hope you all are doing well. You will have 2 Psychic Connections videos going up. And by the time you watch this video, they will already be out, so... I don't know why I'm mentioning that. That's weird. Okay, let's do it. MacLeod fills a pint glass and slides it across the bar as I take a stool. Nightmares, lad. You're a keen one, MacLeod. All part of the job, lad. Had them myself for my time in Transvaal. You know the best cure for those sleepless nights. Let me guess, whiskey or not sleeping? Ha! No, my good boy. Although both are curses, assuredly. No, some strong exercise. You need to move about that scrawny body. Ought to be out jumping in place, lifting barbells and the like. Tossing cobbers. A joke, but MacLeod remains quite serious. Managed to land 3 in a minute at your age, I did. Nowadays I do 50 push-ups right out of bed. Keeps me running smoothly day in and out. MacLeod unbuttons his cuff and rolls up the sleeve dramatically. He reveals his thick bicep and flexes proudly, showing off an art gallery's worth of military tattoos from days of yore. There you are, lad. Years of strong work, not that simple labor in the fields, but proper workouts. Keep up with your fitness and you'll stave off any hangover. And have nary a bad dream again. Just dreams of beautiful women, your body is sure to enchant. Whiskey sure sounds like the easier approach, but I'll consider it. Do. You'll be a new lad in no time flat. Oh god, I love that sound. The sound of a beer filling a stein. MacLeod proceeds. MacLeod brings me a second pint without having to ask. A true friend indeed. As he goes back to wiping down tables, to my surprise, the lights dim. Had the old man forgotten to prime the gasoliers? No. Sure enough, I spot that old feel too familiar red dress again. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever leaves. The Victrola crackles to life and Jessie takes the stage to sing. The rest of the pub is empty. I realize it's a private serenade. She sways with the rhythm. It's a song about running away, finding fame and fortune, but it ends in sadness and heartbreak. Not one I'd want to hear again, even sung so beautifully. I key in on Jessie's face, so somber, stoic, so absolutely gorgeous. She's a peach of a girl, sweet and sexy, 1 in a million. I wonder if I would ever stand a chance getting closer to someone like her. Catching her eye, I smile and wave. She nods back, one hand on her hip, closing out the song with a long, unwavering soprano note. Mackey's Pale Ale. This isn't Patty's Pub, is it? No. When she finishes, she makes her way to the bar, to me. Her dress is so low cut, I have to remind myself to keep eye contact. It doesn't seem appropriate for daylight hours, or even this county, but certainly the right fit for solid tips.
Malcolm, how are you?
Doing very well, even better, in fact, after hearing such a lovely singer.
You flatter well, sir.
Thank you. I assure you, I'm trying my best. Jessie signals the man in charge.
Okay, Malcolm, I have a scotch on the rocks, and I'll have a sidecar. Add it to his tab.
Then she lowers her voice.
Between you and me, it's actually straight cognac. MacLeod never has any lemons.
You're ready for an adventurous evening, aren't you?
Always, aren't you?
Well, I can only try.
Then try your best. That seems to be working.
Is that a door-marked pirate? Only some of you will get that reference. Jessie slides up against the bar, leaning in close, then daintily hops onto the stool next to me. Her elbows rest on the bar top as she takes an evenly paced swig of the cocktail. She locks her eyes on mine, and downs much more in the second sip. I keep up with my pint, and we knock our glasses back onto the counter at the same time, laughing.
You're a fine one, Mr. Campbell.
As are you, Miss MacLeod. Oh, that's a sudden change of music. New music reaches my ears, but this time it's emanating from ivory keys, not a crackling record. Looking over Jessie's shoulder, I see Bulgarer sitting at the piano. For someone who just boasted about his cabaret-tossing prowess, he runs his fingers surprisingly light over the keys. The notes are fast and merry. I recognize the song. It's not jazz, but it's not nostalgia either. A lively little ditty popular when we were kids. Apparently Jessie recognizes it too. She looks at me wistfully.
Oh, this reminds me of when Father took us to the pier at Nairn. I haven't heard it in ages. Why, I don't suppose you'd want to dance with me. Would you, Mr. Campbell?
Dance? Was Bulgarer complicit in this? You don't picture me a dancer, do you?
Oh, not in the least. I do, however, believe I could educate you in the ways of properly leading a woman to the dance floor. Oh, on the dance floor? Or better yet, have a woman lead you.
I'm glad I like that. Alright. Sure, why not? In that case, I would love to dance with you, Miss MacLeod. Standing, it takes a moment to gain my balance. The beers have set in and makes my legs a bit wobbly. Jessie takes my hand in hers and guides me to the dance floor. Actually, it kind of reminds me of a time I actually almost got drunk at a bar. I have a very for those of you who don't know, I have a very light alcohol tolerance, and all it takes is a few good beers, and I am just done in. And my boyfriend had to kind of drag me out of the bar because I could barely walk straight. We went back to his dorm room and ate Taco Bell, and it was nice. Or rather, an open space in the corner of the pub. Oh, beautiful art. Bulgarer looks over his shoulder and smiles, encouraging us to cut the rug. He kicks into full swing, tickling the ivories, and Jessie and I step in unison to the melody. I'm impressed with my own ability to lead her, a woman who obviously has done this many times over. After a few twirls around the small space, though, Jessie takes over, leading me in and between the tables and chairs, up and down the room. Our stomps echo through the pub. With her hand in mine, Jessie tugs playfully, spinning me once, then allowing me to do the same with her. My confidence is building. I even pull Jessie in close, clasping her back before dipping her, as Bulgarer punctuates the final notes of the song. Jessie laughs, and we both applaud Bulgarer.
One more, barkeep.
Another round, if you would, dear sir. You stand on the floor, perspiring and energized, awaiting the next tune. Bulgarer obliges, this time with an old ballad. Keeping one hand in hers, I move another to her lower back and pull her closer, her hips grazing each other's just barely. Our bodies keep a liquid momentum as the music plays. Jessie's eyes are full and lustrous. A lock of her bob has fallen out of place. So many fingers instinctively reach out to tuck it back into place behind her ear. So my fingers, not many fingers, but like strangers are putting their fingers in her hair. This dance, I've never felt this way before. I need this moment to last. And screen wipe. To my dismay, the song ends abruptly. I look up and Bulgarer has abandoned his post as musician and is hurrying back to the bar to serve two people who have just entered the pub.
Oh, I should,
Jessie turns her head to the door and drops my hand.
I'll be right back.
She follows Bulgarer's lead this time, tending to another person who has come in for a meal. Must be nearing supper time. I take a spot back at a table and reflect on the feel of Jessie's hand in mine, a touch that lingers on my palm. My, how we both have matured in just a few short years. Watching her charm the pubgoers now makes my head flood with memories of the good-natured girl who used to run through the valley as we chased each other and played around the cows. Jessie always ran as fast as lightning. I was never able to catch her or even keep up. Frankly, I'm still not sure I can keep up. But I sense that friendly exuberance from the childhood that is still there, burning bright as ever. It warms my heart. As the evening goes on, more people filter into the pub, and my pint glass is continuously filled. Don't want to let a young man go thirsty, eh? Poor bugger, the ladies at the church say, always nagging me to find a woman. Poor bugger, I ask him. Poor bugger, another whiskey, I tell him. Who needs a woman when you've got a pub? He makes rounds with his patrons and keeps the place laughing with his one-liners and puns. Jessie steps away from the men she's serving to whisper in my ear.
I think he's had a few too many of his own brew, eh, soldier?
Lead a man to water and you can't make him drink. Lead him to whiskey, on the other hand. That's a fact, lad. Why drink the water when everything else tastes so much better? Bugger swaggers off smiling as the hall erupts into more laughter. I imagine Gran getting a kick out of this, and I hope there's a way I can get her to come join me for a bevy some evening. Jessie shakes her head knowingly, then makes her way back to the other customers. Dusk must be becoming darkness, but I dare not leave this cozy haunt to see for myself. The Saturday night crowd is really filled in now. Jessie shares another few drinks with me. In between working the patrons in the stage, I lose myself among the merry mob. And then ghosts. My mind is fuzzy and my thirst quenched. Where have all the people gone? Why is my glass not refilled? Jessie is standing before me, and it takes an effort to pull myself to attention.
Look alive, Malcolm. Even if my sisters aren't worried about me staying out late, I be needing a place to rest my weary voice and legs.
Pardon?
I said I need to be getting home. It's closing time.
Yes. I offer to accompany her home again, and I am both relieved and excited when she agrees.
Ah, my chaperone Campbell? I know him to be trustworthy, valiant, and stout-hearted.
More like stout-brained. Jessie, allow me. A hiccup stops me mid-sentence. Allow me the privilege of removing you from this place of devil's work and dastardly souls. Dastardly? Miss Jessie, I beg of you to escape the clutches of this maniac before he convinces you that I'm nigh to be trusted.
Fear not, sweet Bugger. He's only hurt that you've denied him another drink. He'll return in better spirits tomorrow.
Jessie hands me her coat, and I hold it out for her to slip into.
No, Mr. Campbell. That is for you to carry. I'm much too warm for that this evening. Come, hither to the homestead.
She's much tipsier than I had noticed earlier. Hopefully the fresh air will bring her head down from the clouds, and mine too while it's at it. Tonight we each lead our rides so that we can stroll side by side. The night air is chill, but the two of us still seem heated from the drink and conversation, and perhaps each other's attention. But I don't want to get carried away. I might feel like attraction to me, but in me only. I keep glancing at her, though, hoping to see her eyes looking into mine again. When did you realize you could sing?
I don't really know. I've just always been doing it. My sisters are excellent singers too. You'd never know it, though. They're too buttoned up and shy.
You certainly didn't inherit their coyness.
Ha! Not at all. Life is too short to hide behind fear or shame. Nothing stands in my way.
Nothing?
Well, just money, and...
Yes?
For a long while I felt obligated to stay behind, for Marion and Grace.
You don't think they can take care of themselves?
Of course they can, but Marion would worry endlessly about me.
And you'd let that stop you?
It won't. I just haven't met the right day to skip town. The stars haven't aligned yet. It may take a while, but oh, that day! It'll truly be the best day of my life. For all its openness, Agna Craig is a cage. I'm ready to escape, to run wild in the city.
To catch prey? The alcohol has emboldened me. She bites her lip.
Malcolm, you're full of spirit tonight.
Yes, and full of spirits too. I dare say I'll regret it in the morning.
Then let's hope this night never ends.
Oh. My breath catches in my chest as I realize I've become lost in the same sentiment. It's as if she's cast a spell on me. Who am I kidding? She must get men fawning over her all the time. Even if I'm a familiar face, I'm still just another face in the crowd. The realization sobers my mood. Best change the subject. So you're a bicyclist now?
I am? Oh, Malcolm, you should have seen me yearning to ride this thing.
Her eyes stay unblinking, as wide and bright as the moon.
Despite falling down 1,000,000 times, I dusted off my skirt and got myself back up 1,000,001 times.
You're tenacious.
Always, and I get what I want. I play fair, but I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Unstoppable. Oh, there's the alarm. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been another episode of Changeling Tale, Jessie's Path. Oh, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!